Alright, so welcome back to another video, man. No face cam today, but we're gonna be talking about the whole Pascal Siakam trade. If you didn't know, Pascal Siakam was traded to the Pacers, but before we even get into all that, do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and just let me know y'all thoughts down below. And yeah, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna read this little article, and I'm gonna share my thoughts and my opinions on the trade. So yeah, let's go hop straight into it. First of all, I'm gonna get it out the way. I think the trade for the Pacers are just it was a good trade. So for a while now, we knew that the Pacers and the Raptors have been in major talks to get Pascal Siakam to Indiana, and it finally happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely love it. Now, does it make the Pacers a title contender? I'm not too sure about that, but it definitely makes the team better than they already were. And also, shout out Bruce Brown. He's a part of this trade. He's been sent to Toronto. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's bought out of his contract, even though he's got like a really big contract, or he's traded again. So I feel like Bruce Brown is not going to be on the Raptors for too long. But this is Pascal Siakam traded to the Pacers. Raptors get 3 first-round picks and Bruce Brown. So this is how it's traded into. It's a little quick article. The end of the era has occurred in Toronto as the Raptors have agreed to trade two-time All-NBA forward and 2019 NBA championship Pascal Siakam to the Indiana Pacers, according to ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski. Wojnarowski reported Siakam is excited about the deal to the Pacers and expected to be eager to work out a new contract with the franchise this summer. Oh wow, okay, hold up, we'll talk about it in a second. Bruce Brown and 3 first-round draft picks headline the return to Toronto. So that was one of the major things about the whole Pascal Siakam trade. No matter where he was going, is he going to be willing to sign come the offseason, re-sign come the offseason? Now I know it says that he's planning on and like talking about new contracts with the Pacers, so he might return, but you know that could just be in the moment because he just got traded. He don't want to say anything bad, but that was one of the major things about the trade. Will he even decide to return to whatever team he's going to? So we got the reports here. Indiana is sending 2 2024 first round to 26 first round to the Raptors. The Pelicans send a second round pick to Indiana, which I think also the Kyra Lewis from the Pelicans is going to Toronto. I believe that was also a part of the deal. The 2024 first round picks will be Indiana's own and the worst of Utah's, Houston, Clippers, OKC. So the Raptors have been floundering on this season after finishing at or above 500 in 9 of the past 10 campaigns. Toronto already made one big deal, sending OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, and Precious Achiuwa to New York for RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and 2024 draft picks. Now let's talk about I didn't make a video about the whole RJ trade, but I love it for Toronto. I'm not gonna lie, you got rid of OG and you bring in a name like RJ Barrett, who we know to be really, really good. And I mean, let's be real here. It's time for the rebuild. And starting off with somebody like RJ and Emmanuel Quickley with not Pascal, but Scotty Barnes already there. I mean, that is one way to start off a rebuild. So if I'm Toronto fans, I wouldn't be mad, honestly, because RJ Barrett, amazing player. We've seen the flashes of him being like really, really good. Emmanuel Quickley is a solid point guard, and then you got Scotty Barnes. So I mean, like I said, that's one way. I wouldn't be mad if I'm a Raptors fan. That move only led more Raptor trade rumors, with impending free agent Pascal Siakam as a centerpiece. Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher reported on January 5th the chatter among NBA executives surrounding Siakam's potential landing spots has now centered on the Pacers, Detroit Pistons, and Sacramento Kings. Now, the Pistons were a really big contender in getting Pascal, so I wouldn't have been surprised if somehow that worked out. And low key, I would have felt bad for Pascal, because going to the worst team in the league when you're already on a bad team, a decent team. Pascal wasn't gonna resign. I'm be real with y'all. Pascal wasn't going to resign there. And also, the Kings were like a really big team that I was big on, hoping that he would end up going to, because I would think Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and Pascal would have, with Keegan Murray. I mean, like it would have been fun to see. So Shams, I never know how to pronounce Shams' last name, but Shams of Stadium and the Athletic report the same day the Raps were ramping up talks with Siakam. He later added the Kings had removed themselves from those discussions. Yeah, so like I said, when Shams first dropped his report about Pascal being traded to the Kings, literally like that same day, and probably like an hour later, it was reported that the Kings dropped all talk. So I don't know what trade that he had in the works that didn't work out, but it obviously didn't work out. Now he's on the Pacers, which is really cool. So it isn't surprised that Siakam is finally going, although it's very tough loss for the franchise given his incredible career and legacy. He definitely did help lead the Raptors to the finals of that championship with Kawhi. Toronto has been home for Siakam since he entered the NBA in 2016. It's been that long as a rookie out of New Mexico State. 2 years later, he became an integral part of the team's first ever championship season, posting basically 17 points and 7 rebounds as a full-time starter. That's actually really good. The Cameroon-born player eventually became the team's #1 star after Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry left for free agency. He enjoyed a great success in Toronto in recent years, making the All-Star team in 2019 and 2022. Siakam signed a 4-year, $136.9 million contract to stay in that town that deals in 2024, which is this summer. And now Siakam's time in Toronto is over. A new chapter in Indiana has begun, though that's a big win for the team, with Siakam still in his prime and showcasing his ability as a reductive scorer and rebounder on a nightly basis. Siakam head to the Pacers, who haven't won a playoff game since 2018. Wow, that's actually really, like, that's really long. Or made the postseason at all since 2020. Indiana has gone in the wrong direction since the end of the Paul George era, but the team has some new hope with All-Star Tyrese Haliburton running the show. We'll talk about that in a second. He is aboard long-term after intaking a 5-year, $260 million contract, which was good for the Tyrese to get. But the Pacers could use another star along Haliburton to ease the scoring, the usage burden on a nightly basis, and enter Siakam, who could be a great fit in Indiana as the team looks to get back to the playoffs following a 34-47 season. So yeah, now to really get my opinion on the trade, does this make the Pacers a title contender? Like I said in the beginning of the video, not really. It doesn't really shift the needle too much, but I love the fit, because if it's one thing Pascal is going to do, is he's going to run and he's going to help with the pace. So we already know the Pacers are like the fastest team in the league, I believe, and they're always going to run fast break. And this is one thing I said, Pascal, he will run that floor, and having somebody like a point guard like Tyrese Haliburton, who Pascal has never played with, I think it's going to be really good. And same way for Pascal, same way for Tyrese Haliburton, for having a player like Pascal. He's never played with a player like that on that such level, as like an all-star kind of player. I think it is like a match made in heaven. We just got to see how the lineups are going to be, which of course Pascal's going to start. And like I said, I'm excited about it. So does Obi Toppin move back to the bench? How does that work out? But like I said, genuinely, this is a good trade in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruce Brown doesn't finish the season with the Raptors. I wouldn't be surprised if he got traded again. But yeah, it's a new era in Indiana. Tyrese Haliburton is out with an injury. He's going to be reevaluated in a few weeks. So I really cannot wait to see that first game with these two players on the court. I think it's going to be some fun basketball. It doesn't really help the defense, as we know the Raptors are not Raptors, but the Pacers aren't the best team when it comes to defense. We all know this, but they do score a lot of points, and it's one thing that Pascal will do, and he's gonna score some points and rebound that ball. So I'm excited to see the Pascal Tyrese Haliburton connection and see how Pascal fits with the Pacers. The Raptors get some good young players, and like I said, they got a whole lot of picks. Shout out Masai, he got some picks. It's like I said, for the Raptors, it's time for the rebuild, and having a core of like Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett with Scotty Barnes. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. Scotty Barnes has been playing at the All-Star level this year. RJ Barrett is destined to be really, really good. Emmanuel Quickley is a good point guard. So I'm not mad. If I'm Raptors fans, I'm not mad about it. And you got some first round picks, and you got Kyra Lewis. I mean, like, he hasn't really played too much with the Pelicans, but he's definitely he could definitely be your backup point guard, or you could stash him and work with him. But you got a bunch of picks. You got Bruce Brown, who's probably going to give you a good rest of the season and probably get out of there, or probably get traded pretty soon. You never know. And you got 3 good young players. I mean, Raptors fans, I wouldn't be mad at it. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on this trade. If you enjoyed the video, just let me know down in the comments what y'all think about the whole trade. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And it's been your boy George. I'm gonna catch you in the next video. We out of here. Peace.